Yes.
Hello everybody, this is Rushika Hathi from team Monomousumi. Monomousumi is a place where you can express yourself by the power of words. So we are having a very talented, very beautiful, very cutest winner of the essay competition, and she is Keerthana. So hello Keerthana, I welcome you here. How are you doing?
Fine, ma'am. Thank you. How are you?
First of all, a big congratulations that you are the winner of the essay competition at this small age, and you are doing really, really great.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. So, first thing I just wanted to start with is Keerthana. How did you got to know about the Monomousumi platform?
So, once like during lockdown days, it was like really boring for everyone. And just the time when our online classes started, my mom was scrolling through her Facebook profile and she got an ad of Monomousumi. And since I write, she introduced me to Monomousumi to start writing. Because I haven't enrolled myself in any public platform. That was the first platform where I started writing.
Okay, that's so great. And who, like, is there any person or is there something which led your passion for writing?
Actually, there is no one who influenced me to write. But then it was my fifth grade, and my English teacher was like teaching us poems. And when I started reading a lot of poems, like I started getting influenced by poets, how beautiful they write, how melodious it's to hear, how they express themselves to such nice words. So we should also do something like that. And when I started writing, it became a companion of me. When I have nobody, I start writing. So it's like the diary and the pen is my best friends. They listen to whatever I say. So it's like that.
And even, Kirtana, sometimes this writing skills of ours will increase the ability to of healing also. Sometimes we might be frustrated and we are putting them into the words and then it becomes something else. Yeah. Fine, so great of you. And can you tell me that who is your favorite author and what is the quality of that author which inspires you?
Right. So I am a bibliophile. I read a lot of books. I can never live without books. So I have multiple authors as my favorite author. Like the poet who I got inspired of for writing poems and essays or stuff is Robert Frost. Like that, his lines are so beautiful, which we can really connect with life. So he's my favorite poet. And my author, I would say Chetan Bhagat and Sudha Murthy. Both of them are my favorite authors. Uh, I started reading, I guess I was late to read Chetan Bhagat's books. And my first book I read of him was 400 Days. And then I started going back towards his old books. So it was really good. And Sudha Murthy from childhood, all her stories from childhood I'm reading, and it's always my favorite.
Yes, Sudhamurthy's book "Wise and Otherwise" is one of my favorite book. It is real. It is based on the real life scenarios, and the authors or the poet you mentioned here are so great, and their vocabulary pattern and whatever they are writing, we can feel that, we can see the image of that. So it's a beautiful writing. Great, great. And you are the winner of essay contest, right? So can you tell me that what qualities a good essay should have?
Right. So a good essay is something I think I cannot judge by myself because I write one and I am being judged. So I think if I judge it, it won't be right. But according to me, the essays I write, I get satisfied through when it has a quote in the start and it has a value-based content and which describes the topic in a vast way which has all the pros and cons of the topic. So that's a good essay.
Okay. So do you have any pattern of writing? Every some if you are writing article, if you are writing blog, if you are writing essay or a poems, there are few ways of writing. So do you believe in that ways or you do it by yourself?
I do trademark kind of thing. Like if I write a essay or an article, first my I would start with some quote related to that. For example, if I'm writing about a book of R.K. Narayan or a Sudhamurti book, I would start with a quote of what they have said, like their quote, and then I start the essay. So that's what I do for articles and essays. And a poem, I like doing a lot of rhyming scheme and like the last two lines of each stanza would be repeated in the second or fourth, vice versa. So I like repeating the last lines of them. So
Okay.
that's
Yeah, even that could be the hammering thing for the readers, that what the main message you are hammering into their mind, right? So great of you. And you told that you cannot live without books, right? So, what are the recommendations of the books you will give to the audience?
right. Recommendations of a book is different people have different opinions and genres. But one of my favorite books are Sudhamurti's Gently Falls the Bakula. It's a real life book and where a woman's feelings are expressed. Like she makes everyone feel that we have to respect women. Like a woman's feelings are pinpointed in that book, so it's very important for every human being to read not just that book, all books of Sudhamurti to know the real importance of women. So that I would recommend.
Yes, yes. Uh, so, other thing I want to tell you is some people believe that only writing skills could be developed by increasing the vocabulary. But some or the other way, I agree on the point that reading and writing goes parallelly, right? If you read the different authors, you will get to know about the writing patterns. You would get to know about the vocabulary. You will even get to know about the thought process which the writer is writing, right? So, do you agree on the point that reading and writing goes parallelly? One should read more to get a better writing quality.
Like reading and writing goes parallelly because reading will also influence your writing, but it doesn't mean that you should stop reading while you write, because when you start reading others books, you start appreciating the qualities of writing and the style of writing of others and still continue your own style. So it doesn't mean that both would be confused or something, and you may get like inspired of some book and you may also influence that in your writing. So both goes parallel as it runs. Like according to me, I read because again, if I'm alone, I feel that the characters of the book are living with me. And if I write again, it feels like I express something to someone through writing. So both helps me in the same way. So I do both together.
Totally 100% agreeing with you. Now, moving on to the topic of the essay which was given to you by Monomoshimi. So, can you brief about that? That what topic did you got? What research did you do? And can you give some comments on how the topics which are given by the Monomoshimi effective?
Sure. So this May month, I have written about Chetan Bhagat. The topic was biographies of famous personalities, and I wrote about Chetan Bhagat. So my research was not so vast because I had already known about Chetan Bhagat. Reading his books, I was so curious to know who was this person, how is he, where is he from, etc. So I had researched about him before because being curious is endless to me. I would be nagging everyone being curious again and again. So it's the same way when I browsed about Chetan Bhagat. So with all the ideas I had about him, I made it together as an essay or a biography, basically. So the title of my essay was Master of Masterpieces, Chetan Bhagat. And the idea is like I wrote about my favorite book, Gently Falls the Bakula by Sudhamurti in September, and I won the same second place in September. And again now I wrote about Chetan Bhagat and I won the second place. So both my favorite authors' inspirations I wrote about and I got the uh, winner title. So always like Monomousumi is a kind of making easy for all the authors to write about the easier topics, like whatever ideas we have when it becomes a topic, it's so comfortable to write and represent our ideas in a public platform. So it's really nice to be here.
And Monomousumi is doing something great for the budding writers. Like they are organizing competitions every month. They have one or the other new things, and it is not like only first, second, and third ranks would be given. There are lots of thing appreciation and other recognition. So people would feel so inspired about it. Yeah. So I would like to ask you: is do you have any future plans to publish your book, or you are about to write some poems, or what are your future plans into writing?
Right. So I want to become a journalist. So my interest in social science is really vast, like in history and civics. So I like writing as well. So I wanted to combine the ideas of democratic politics, history, and writing. So I wanted to choose journalism. And then writing poems and books, I want to have it with me through the process of being a journalist. So I cannot stop writing at all. So both I would like to publish my writings and write for some newspaper or
Pen is our sword, it is rightly said, and it makes the ways for us. Yeah, so great. Keerthana, I just want to even ask you that can you give some of the tips to our budding writers? There are lots of people who want to start writing, but they are scared on some or the other way. That what if I start writing, and what if there are some mistakes? What if this? What if that? So they are a bit confused in to start the writing. So I just want to ask you that can you give some tips to them so they can be inspired from you?
right. Writing like a human means normally they make mistakes. Making mistakes is just a part of life. But for example, you have a friend and you're going and saying them something about the problems you face, and they take it in a wrong way, and a huge fight happens, and then they go away from you. Again, you get depression. So I would say you write, you make mistakes, but the notepad and pen wouldn't say no to you. Okay, you make mistakes, but I'll hear what you say. After all, still, whatever you want to pour, if you pour to a diary and a pen, your burden would reduce. But even though you make mistakes, whatever you wanted to express is expressed. So everything has a value, but your feelings and emotions, what you pen down, has more value than anything else when someone reads it. So there's no fear to express at all. Always keep writing. It's just reducing your burden and being a companion to you. That's what I would say.
Yes, perfect. Fine. So even I wanted to know from you is that do you write in only English language, or do you prefer writing in other languages also?
Uh, English is the most comfortable language for me to write. I was writing in my mother tongue, but then later on I had change of my second languages, and then it was gone out of touch. So my most comfortable language is English.
Okay, okay, so great. And any message you would like to give for the writers, students, or the future participants who are joining the Monomoshumi?
Like monomousumi is one of my most comfortable platforms. So in my personal experiences, in this July, if in this 2022 July, if I write for the monomousumi essay competition, it's gonna be 1 year consecutively writing for monomousumi essay competitions. So each month I'm writing. It's the most comfortable topics I'm writing, and the support they give, the easiest ways to submit the essays and etc. The recognition of participants like outstanding, consolation, etc. They are giving a lot of perks for everyone. So it's always being a motivation to write. So I would always say everyone who is participating in Monomosumi, you're the luckiest ones. Please do participate in every month and every contest. And the message I would say for everyone who are students or writers are like, just keep doing what you do, because your talent is something you have to showcase. It's not everyone are like you. You are unique. You by yourself. So you have to keep doing what you.
Thank you so much, Keerthana, for the lovely message to our audience. And it was very, very nice talking to you about your interest level, about your writing skills, and other whatever you described about your tips of writing. It was so great. We are so grateful to you, Keerthana. So even I'm not aware whether you know or not, but Monomousumi is even giving the platform that today you are the participant of the contest, but in future, if you are doing well, they are also accommodating you in their teams, right? You could be the future publisher, you could be the editor of the books, because we are into the publishing also, right? So you can be the editor. Some or the other way, you will be given some rewards, and it will be a very motivating factor to your writing journey. So we are in a way that we should be helpful to everyone. So I hope to see you in our team also in future. We are really, really doing very well. So thank you, Keerthana. Anything you would like to discuss here? So it's over from my side. Anything you would say?
I I would just like to say a big thanks to the whole team of Monomousumi for recognizing me as a winner and recognizing my talent. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Keerthana. All the very best to you, and see you in our team. Right. So all the people here, we had a very nice talk with Keerthana. She is the junior, but her message, her tips was like senior. So everybody should follow whatever she said to make your writing journey a beautiful phase of your life. And we are seeing you with the more interviews. Thank you so much. This is Rushika Hathi signing off. Thank you so much.